I just wanted to do a quick update on yesterday's video because I got my insulin test results back, and I wanted to talk about that and this high-fat carnivore diet thing. Hi there, my name is Sue. If you haven't been to my channel before, I've been on the carnivore diet for 21 months, and I'm just starting on a high-fat version of the carnivore diet, 80-20, so 80% fat, 20% protein, and I'm doing that because I want to see if it makes a change to my weight loss, because I haven't been having any, and a few other things. So yesterday I did a video which just uploaded this morning, talking about a few different things, including trying the high-fat carnivore diet. Now, yesterday when I did my video, I talked about how I had breakfast in the morning and ended up on the loo for most of the morning, and I was a bit worried about whether my gut was going to be able to handle all this fat. So what I didn't have any lunch, as I said in my video yesterday, because I was a bit worried about what was going to happen, and I had clients in the afternoon. But what I did was, when I finished with clients last night, I thought I'm going to have the right amount of protein and fat today. So what I did was I had dinner, and so that was about 6 o'clock, I think, and I had my 30 grams or so of protein and my fat, and then I had another meal at about 8:30, so that I got the right amount of fat in for the day and the right amount of protein. And so I wasn't quite sure what was going to happen during the night, whether I was going to end up having to get up to go to the loo, but all was fine. My belly was a little bit grumbly before I went to bed. I was like, oh, I don't know, but it was fine. And so what I did was I made sure that all the fat that I ate was cold, basically. So I was using butter mayo, basically, to get enough fat in, and it was all fine. So this morning I had breakfast, and I had some schnitzel and some more butter mayo, and then for lunch I've had some sardines, some eggs, and some butter. And so far everything's been great. And the interesting thing was, when I woke up this morning, I felt amazing. I actually slept really well last night. I woke up having to go to the toilet at one stage, maybe around 4:35, and I was absolutely busting to go to the loo. And so obviously I'd been in a deeper sleep than I've been for a while, I think. And then I woke up this morning and I just have been feeling really good today. So I find that really inspiring, that I have done one day on higher fat and I'm feeling so good. So fingers crossed, we'll see what all happens with this. Now, perfect timing, my insulin test results came in the email this morning. So we went and had some blood tests done last week, and I wanted to get our ferritin levels checked, just because hubby's been really tired for quite a few months now. Although he seems to be getting a bit better, he's been having trouble sleeping past about 4 o'clock in the morning, but that seems to be improving again now as well. So I think some of the things that we're changing with regards to the thyroid things might be helping there. Because this has been ongoing for, I don't know, over a year with him. And so I just wanted to check there was nothing going wonky with the whole iron side of things. And so our iron levels both came back absolutely perfect. But his ferritin was a little bit high, not super high. So it was sitting at about 500. And I realised afterwards it wasn't probably the best time to get tested, because we had been out for dinner and that in the weekend, and he had a fair bit of wine to drink, so alcohol can raise ferritin levels. When I was looking at the comments, I think it was on Ken Berry's video about ferritin, there was people on there whose ferritin levels were in the thousands, 4,500, so 500, even though it's high, isn't too bad. So I said to him, to hubby, we'll leave it for a couple of weeks after he's finished the wine that he currently has in the house, and then we'll get his ferritin levels checked again, because I think that they'll probably be okay. But I was happy to see that our iron levels were fine, and they were perfect and perfectly mid-range. We were both sitting on 20, and everything else to do with that iron stuff was fine. Now, the other thing that we wanted to have done was insulin, so fasting insulin, and we had that done, and the lab made a mistake because we got results for fasting glucose, and I thought, oh, bugger. And because I didn't have any way to kind of prove what we'd asked for, I was going to leave it, but then I realised that the costs were different. So I actually emailed PathLab that day, and they sent an email back to say that the glucose test was just a gift, basically, a free gift, and our blood had been sent to another laboratory for our insulin to be tested. So the insulin results came through today. Now, hubby's, I'm glad to see hubby's insulin is perfect. Like, it's almost in the optimal range. So optimal is under 5, and he's at 5.184, I think it is. So, and that was after the weekend of drinking, a bit of wine and stuff. So I thought that's really interesting because he's still having his sourdough bread at lunchtime. He has honey most days, and he eats mango and banana just about every night after dinner. So things for him seem to be okay. His parents were both diabetic, and so that was one of the things. That was the reason we actually started testing our glucose levels originally before any of this, was because I wanted to make sure that his blood glucose was okay, and mine. There's diabetes in my family too, but the fact that both of his parents ended up diabetic, there's a real genetic predisposition there. So I just wanted to make sure that things were okay with him. And so, yeah, his blood glucose and his A1C in the testing have been slightly better than mine, but we're both pretty much on par there. But his insulin is really good as well, which I was pleased about. Now, my insulin, on the other hand, is a different story. So my insulin came in at 10.944, which is still way too high. So according to Dr. Berry, it should be at least between 2 and 8, and under 5 is optimal. So mine's got a long way to go. And this is one of the reasons that I wanted to have that tested, but also one of the reasons that I wanted to do this high-fat carnivore diet, because I have a feeling the amount of protein I've been eating has been keeping my insulin up, and that's why I've been struggling so much to lose weight, or part of the reason at least. So hopefully now that I can actually eat all this fat, I can get some results. So we'll see what happens. So this is day 2 of my high-fat carnivore diet. And at the moment I'm still eating dairy because, as I said yesterday, I've got some El-Ruderi yogurt left in the fridge, and I've got some sheep cheese that I bought. So I'll finish those off, and then I'm going to give the dairy a flick for a while as well, and see how this all goes. So I'm going to do some really regular updates with this. I might try and do a video every day. I'll see how I go. It's just time that stops me sometimes. But I thought I'd get this video recorded, just a really quick one in between clients, because I had a bit of a break and I've just had lunch. So I'm going to do some videos talking about what I'm eating and how I'm going and whether there's any weight loss. So yeah, so that's me. If you like this video, if you want to see more, make sure to subscribe and like and share if you want to do that. That really helps to support my channel. I always have suggestions as to other ways you can support my channel underneath my videos, so if you feel like you want to do that, go for it. I thank you very much for watching. If you've got any comments or questions too, pop them down below. Thank you very much for watching and for listening today, and I will talk to you again another day. Goodbye for now.